Hi, I'm Brainerd Carey, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to get more galleries for your work and also how to get more support for that in general. I wrote this book, Making It in the Art World. Don't you wish a book like this is something that you could read and it would actually do this for you? If you read Making It in the Art World, you will make it in the art world. Wouldn't it be nice if you could just kind of push this into your head somehow so you didn't even have to read it, but suddenly you were making it in the art world? Is that possible? Is there any way you could kind of eat this book or ingest it or somehow get it neurologically into your brain? Yeah, there is. There's actually reading it and absorbing it, but there's more methods than that, because oftentimes people read a book, it's wonderful, it's inspiring, they're motivated, but then they don't do what the book says. So let me tell you a little bit about how to approach galleries, and then I'm also going to tell you about how to get more support so you can actually make it in the art world and get support for what this is saying and advocating. This is a very popular book. The director of the Whitney Museum in New York said they love this book. It's the essential course for artists. I have a radio show at Yale University Radio, and that's where I get so many kind of master classes and advice that I share with you. But today let's just talk briefly about a gallery, and I'll tell you how I offer support. In order to have a gallery, and really you don't want just one gallery, you want 5 galleries or more. If you just have one gallery that's representing you in a city, what if they close? What if they slow down in selling your work? If you have 5 galleries in different places and in different cities, you not only can have a decent income most likely, but if one closes or one is changing ownership and you don't like what's happening there, it won't be a difficult thing for you to overcome. So it's very simple to approach a gallery. What you do is use these exact words. You walk into a gallery, it doesn't matter whether it's a gallery in New York City on the Lower East Side. The major blue chip galleries, of course, aren't looking for artists, but every other gallery is. So if you're walking into a gallery that's in a big city, that's a mid-sized gallery, which means they're showing major career artists often, but they're just not galleries that are showing work for hundreds of thousands of dollars. So if you go into one of these galleries, it's very simple. First look around, see if it's a place that you like, and then say to them this one thing. Do you look at the work of new artists? It's very simple. Not do you like to look at work, or can an artist submit here? Nothing like that. Do you look at the work of new artists is all you have to say to the receptionist in front. And I can pretty much guarantee you at least 8 or 9 times out of 10 they're going to say, yes, we do. And when they say, yes, we do, the next thing you have to say is, who do I send my work to and how do you like it seen? And they will say something like, oh, send it to John or Jill and this is their email address. You say thank you and you leave. That's all. That's all. So let me repeat it. This is very elegant, very simple. I've worked with people who've gotten major shows this way, started their careers, went on to be in major art fairs. It's this simple. You walk into a gallery, ideally many galleries with this, and you say to them, do you look at the work of new artists? If they say no, say thank you and leave. Nothing personal. They're not looking at anybody's work. If they say yes, you simply say, who do I send work to and how do they like it seen? Often they'll tell you, just send a few JPEGs. Usually people don't say send your website because that's a little complicated. Sending a few JPEGs attached like 3 to a letter is usually what most galleries want these days. So again, they'll give you an email, they'll give you instructions like send a few JPEGs, and you're out of there. Then you follow up and you send them a few JPEGs and your letter to them. That's all. Not a resume, a statement and everything. What they ask for. They may ask for different things. Maybe some of them do want a resume or a statement. Send them something that they can see immediately and that they're asking for. Usually 3 or 4 JPEGs and a brief letter saying what your intentions are, meaning I'd like to work with your gallery, I like what you're doing. Say something personal about the gallery so it shows that you know who they are, even if you're just learning it on the web. And then tell them, I'd like to show you this work, and if you're interested, I'd like to take talks further in working with you. That's all. Now there's follow-up, and again, if you do that, are you making it in the art world? You're getting there. Is the book kind of getting into your head? Are these methods getting into your head? Yes, they are. But there's something more that most people need, and that's support, and that's more help every step of the way. What happens when they don't write back? How do you keep doing that? What I'm doing here today and in this video for you is inviting you to apply for a group that I have for artists on Facebook. And what the group is a mentoring situation of all levels. There are people who are beginning in their careers, and there are career artists in there. I've been in the Whitney Biennial and major museum shows, so it's not that I work with only new artists. I work with mid-career artists. But the fact is the methods are the same for everyone. And whether you want museum shows or developing a strategy, I do all of that in this group. And amazing things are happening in the group, which you'll see more about if you click on the button below. But in this group, which is $97 a month, and is that a lot of money? You can stop at any time. I think commitment is important, but how much do you spend on materials? How much would you spend on a college degree? How much would you spend on a good class that's actually teaching you things and includes classmates that are also going to look at your work and support your work? It's up to you to decide if that's valuable enough for you to try for a month or two and see if you actually get shows, if you can approach museums, anything that you want to do in the art world, from getting sponsors for your exhibits. Artists are working in there right now on that. I've gotten sponsors, patrons, that's how I function. Will all be talked about, taught, and supported in the group. Every week there's a live call with me. You can ask questions of any kind, and I talk about them right there in the live call every week. I have experts that I talk about a lot from my Yale University radio show, of all walks of life. Experts in criticism, experts in writing, major artists, minor artists, critics, gallery owners, talking experts in the art world to demystify the art world and to help you with your career path. So if you're interested in this kind of thing, I suggest you take action and click the button below and learn more. Join the group. I have full confidence that you will get an enormous amount out of it. So if your goal is to have galleries now, why not also invest in support for that process? When other friends and people, including myself, are watching your progress and looking to support you, it tends to happen faster. That's just the way it works. If you're doing it alone, it's harder. It's possible, for sure. Just follow my instructions and it'll work. But if you want pushes every week, if you want to know what happens when that person didn't write back to you, how to follow up, then join this group. And very much like the magic of this book going kind of right into your head, it will happen. If you want to make it in the art world, I'd love you to read this book. This is a very popular book of mine that I wrote. But having a group around you and taking this course will make it very easy for you to find support and feedback on your art and your career, so you can develop a strategy that will make it happen rapidly. I hope to see you in the group. Thank you for watching this video, and have a wonderful day.